You ever see a pitch that just clicks? One that makes someone instantly sound like a total pro, especially in a field like AI that's moving at lightning speed. Well, today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take one single ad and break it down piece by piece to really understand the blueprint for how expertise is communicated. It's all about the subtle art of the pitch. So let's dive in. Okay, so here it is. This is our case study, an ad for a free AI masterclass from a place called Synertech Academy. Now, just so we're all on the same page, we're not here to review the class itself. Think of this ad more like a puzzle. How in the world does it build such a strong case for the instructor's authority with just a few bullet points? That's what we're going to figure out. And that gets us to the real question here, right? Forget the free offer for a second. What's the actual architecture of this pitch? How does it build that feeling of trust and authority so incredibly fast? Well, it turns out there's a formula at play here, and we're going to break it down, starting from the ground up. Any strong argument, any convincing pitch, it needs a solid foundation. And when you're trying to sell expertise, that foundation is almost always built on one thing: experience. This is the first pillar of credibility they're trying to build, showing you they've been around the block. And boom, there it is. The pitch just drops a simple, really powerful number on you: 25 plus years of software development experience. In a field where it feels like experts pop up overnight, this number is a serious anchor. It's a very deliberate move to establish depth and history right out of the gate. The message is simple. I'm not new to this. I've been in the game for a long, long time. So after hitting you with that long history, the pitch immediately backs it up with a dose of prestige. See, it doesn't just list any old degrees. It specifically calls out an M.Tech from IIT Madras. Now, if you're in the tech world, you know that name carries some serious weight globally. It's a strategic play, layering elite education on top of all that raw experience. It's like adding another solid brick to that wall of credibility. And check this out. This is the next layer, a global perspective. The ad makes a point to say they've worked in both India and the USA. Two of the biggest tech ecosystems on the planet. This little detail implies a ton. Adaptability, a wide range of knowledge, navigating different cultures. It cleverly turns software engineer into something much bigger, a globally experienced software engineer. So the foundation is set, right? We've got decades of experience, top-tier degrees, and global work. But all of that is kind of looking backward. A great pitch can't just be about the past. It has to prove it's relevant for right now. And this is where the ad makes its most important move. Now, before we get to the final claim, you gotta notice the language they're using. The ad is peppered with these super current terms: agentic AI, generative AI. These aren't just random buzzwords they pulled out of a hat. They are the absolute bleeding edge of what's happening in AI development today. Using them signals that this person's knowledge isn't just general, it's highly specific, and it's what everyone is looking for. And here it is. This is the climax of the whole pitch. Every single thing we've seen so far, the 25 years, the IIT degree, the global experience, it was all designed to support this one powerful claim of real-world expertise. This is the moment where the past collides with the present, using that deep history to make you believe in their cutting-edge skills. All right, now that we've seen all the individual pieces, let's put it all together. Because when you take a step back, you realize this isn't random. You can see a clear, repeatable formula at work here, a playbook for how to build credibility in any fast-moving tech field. So here's that playbook broken down into 4 steps. First, you anchor your credibility with a long history. That was the 25 plus years. Second, you validate that experience with impressive credentials, like that IIT degree. Third, you broaden your appeal by showing off a global perspective. And then for the finale, you pivot all of that trust you just built to make your ultimate claim. You've got specific, in-demand, cutting-edge expertise. It's a really powerful sequence. At the end of the day, this is the big takeaway. The real power of this pitch isn't in any one single point. It's in its ability to build a bridge. It connects the stability and trust of a long, deep history with the excitement and relevance of what is happening right this second. It tells a story that says, look, I've been here for a long time, and I know exactly where we're all going next. So this ad gives us a fantastic formula for blending old-school experience with new-school innovation. But it also leaves us with a really critical question, one that applies to any field that's moving this fast. What do you value more? Is it the deep foundation from decades of experience, or is it the fresh, agile knowledge of the very latest breakthrough? It's a tough balancing act, and knowing how you answer that is a pretty valuable skill all on its own.